wasn't Castrol. I didn't want to go into petrol. Okay? You get 93, 95 and very expensive. It's not diesel, it's 93, 95 and sure. I need it on top. On the 1st of July, I call it my Independence Day. Forget the Americans. The 1st of July 2017, I walked into Castrol. As a junior logistics excellence manager, I had no idea what I was doing. But I could fake it till I make it. Okay? And that very day I walked in, and there's someone actually sitting in this room here today. Vicky was one of the first people I spoke to when I joined the business. And I said to that team, I will be the CEO. I think they laughed, I'm not sure. They maybe spoke behind my back, don't care. But I get to really say that through God's grace again, 6 years later, I became the CEO of Castrol. It's not about going, look at my story. It spoke back to the storytelling, right? Your entire life is about telling a story. One that has to be authentic, one that isn't based on what you think you need to know or don't know. Now we'll go to that particular Sunday that I was being educated on TikTok by at the time, 8-year-old at the time, on how to use social media. I was very skeptic. So even if you go on my social media today, if you see anything on LinkedIn, please note, someone's doing it for me. I'm terrible. I'm a Facebook stalker, I don't post. I'm a TikTok stalker, I don't post. Okay, I'm one of the most terrible social media people. But for some reason that day, I wanted to specifically look for mechanics, because one of my sole missions at Castrol was to bring the brand back to the people that made it famous to begin with. Sometimes when brands get too big, they get arrogant, and they forget who got them to where they are. So my only job that I saw that needed to get done at Castrol was to bring back that Castrol magic that put the everyday mechanic at the center of every decision we would make moving forward. Every decision. If we thought we were going to go and invest here, if it didn't benefit the people that made us who we are, I'm not doing it. It was simple. So I wanted to go back and find those original mechanics that helped build this business. So I said, mechanics. I wasn't very specific. I've learned since then you need to be very specific what you put in that search criteria. It's like ChatGPT. How do you become rich? Try that, guys. How do I become rich? You need to be specific. So I put in mechanics, and after a couple of hours, when you've now realized that you're completely addicted and consumed in this content that is meaningless and makes no sense, and next thing is 3 hours later, I actually came across Mambo repairs. And I can tell you, at the very first couple of seconds, I wasn't caught. But what caught me is, as I was flicking through his videos, he always started the video saying the exact same thing. Have you heard that? Hey, guys! And then I thought, no man. It kind of spoke to me in that second. So I went in. And it was only when I started reading the comments that I realized that this was exactly the person that I was fighting for Castrol to be about again. It was so authentic that the people were going, thank you. Thank you for not taking advantage of me. Thank you for helping me understand what I'm doing. Because today, people don't want to be marketed at. You go to a shop and someone talks to you like, no. You don't want to be marketed at, you want to be understood. Right? You want to be understood. This person next to you might understand one thing, that person needs another thing, but you don't want to be everybody anymore. We're in a world that you don't want to be everybody else. So you want to be understood. You want your needs to be understood. And he somehow captured his audience. And I was sold. I told my team that day, we're on a plane tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. by the way, they were all complaining the whole way there. And then we went to Jacobs. Have you all been to Jacobs, Durban? Yo. For my life, but we got there, and it was really this tiny little workshop. There was these stairs where how he didn't die going up and down, only he will know. But he made us go up there. No, he was like, no. you come up here. And I don't know if you've ever gone upstairs like this, because you're going to die. We went up there and I said to my team before we got there, we will not leave this room or this place until we have convinced him that he can trust us. We went up there and he was like, yeah, look, maybe, from these other companies. But I told him that day that they're not going to care about you like we will. And that just like you've taken a risk in your business through your social media, I need you to take a risk in us. And only stop untrusting us when we give you a reason to. But until then, take a risk on us, just like we'll take a risk on you. That day we shook hands, no paper. We shook hands, we said, we got a deal. He said, we got a deal. And I said to him, before you know it, you're going to have one of the biggest workshops in Gauteng. And he didn't, he's very arrogant. He's like, yes, you're right, I'm going to. In that moment, he's like, I'm going to prove you right. And he did. It was just less than a year.